right, guys, we are starting here in just a second. Instagram can see me, but if you do want to chat, best to go over to YouTube, where YouTube, I can do this now. I can definitely put up your chats if I'm going to respond to them. I will let you know that I am talking directly to you by clicking on it. Let's see what Curtis said. Yes, Curtis said this. I am currently looking for some work. But you won't get that joke if you're over on Instagram. Come over to YouTube. Come over to Facebook. Come right over to the Twitch if you want to. Twitch.tv/Cushtender. Let's start this, guys. All right. We tonight will, of course, as promised, hey, Keith, we'll be doing cocktails from the movie that is called The Karate Kid. The Karate Kid, Team Twitch, Kush Nugget over there, really digging it. Very excited to have you guys all in here tonight. Sorry, Kyle. What? No, I don't want to take off my glasses. No, it's like my new look. Kyle, I'm not going to take off my glasses. Because I don't want to take off my glasses. Fine. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just I fell off my bike. All right? Not a big deal. We don't have to worry about it. It's just a black eye. All right? It's just a black eye. And it's not a big deal. So the mean streets of Reseda have gotten to me. Keith over here reminding everybody to sweep the leg. Thank you, Kyle. Yo to you as well, Paul. All right. What are we going to be doing? Of course, we're going to be doing cocktails from the movie Karate Kid. This is, of course, not a real black eye. Just a little homage to the movie. Do not worry. None of you seemed worried. I probably should. Maybe I should have put the stuff on a little deeper. Can you guys not see that I have a black eye? Oh, well. 3 cocktails tonight entailing what my thoughts and feelings are about this classic film about a boy. No, I fell off a bike. Kush Nugget just asked if somebody hit me, if Kyle hit me. No, I fell off a bike. That's how that worked. It was not a beautiful blonde man that punched me in the face. We are going to be doing 3 cocktails from that movie. We're going to be starting off a little on the nose, and then we will get, I think, a little bit further and deeper into what we are doing today. Grant says, I think he says, I'm looking good. I can't tell if he means that the black eye is looking good or if the comments are looking good. He was the one that told me I needed to have comments on here. Let's begin. We're going to start off with a cocktail called the Karate Punch. The Karate Punch is definitely a tiki cocktail, so get your little tiki arms ready. Just air them out, get them going, maybe wax them on, wax them off. We're going to do this right now. This is the Karate Punch from, not the movie. None of these are actually from the movie. They're just sort of what makes me inspired by the movie. So let's begin. We do need 2 different types of rum for this one. We need dark and we need light. So we're going to start off over here with some light rum. For the past few weeks, I have been using Bacardi for my white rum. I decided to not splurge. This isn't the craziest. Oh, I got to take the chat off down here too. One sec. Now that we're in Toolcam, take chat off. There we go. And I will just highlight your chats as I think that it is working. Perfect. We'll be using Plantation Jamaican white rum. It is certainly not the light rum we have been using. This is definitely going to have a bit more funk than the Bacardi. 2 streams on YouTube, Grant is saying. That is correct. Didn't know how to take one of them off. So I figured instead of taking both of them off, Grant says there are 2 streams on YouTube. It is true. Could not figure out how to take one of them off. So instead of taking both of them off, I kept both of them up. So watch from either place. Still comes to the same place. You can comment on either one. And if I catch it in time, I will highlight your comments and go from there. This Jamaican rum, we are putting in 1.5 ounces. Kurt, loving it. Saying yum. Thank you, Curtis. Next thing we do need was a bit of a heartbreaker. This next rum, just a touch of a heartbreaker. I know that I've talked recently about me really, really liking a canned cocktail called Cutwater Spirits Rum Tiki Mai Tai. Dumbest name to put on that thing. Rum, yes, of course, it's a Mai Tai. It's going to have rum. Tiki, it's a Mai Tai. It's going to have, it's going to be tiki. And rum tiki, Mai Tai, that's the only thing that's interesting. Anyway, I bought this stuff just to see what it was. This is Cutwater Spirits Bali High. And now I know why that thing is so delicious. This is a flavored rum. It's flavored like pineapple and coconut. It smells delicious, but I have been in my lab for many months trying to figure out how to recreate that cocktail. Have yet to find out how to do it because I did not assume that they were using flavored rum. Kind of brokenhearted. Anyway, grab some dark rum, whatever you got, something nice, something delicious and dark. Gosling's works really well right here. Keruba, you better do the Keruba. It's pretty good. If you are going a little more highbrow, maybe Jamaican pot still, maybe even some of the plantation dark looking good. I'm going to take a guess and say my father is typing right now Zacapa. Anybody that watches my stream knows that my dad likes Zacapa for some reason. It's a fine rum, but he does mention it an awful lot. Yeah, a rum lime sugar daiquiri. Yes, a rum lime sugar daiquiri, says Curtis, is as stupid as saying a rum tiki daiquiri. That's what it is. Anyway, I will stop. Next thing we have to put in here is going to be some lime. Go ahead and grab a lime. We're going to be putting in the juice of one whole one. Juice of one whole one. I'm just going to put this up so everybody can see what I'm dealing with. Makes me want to say R. Not sure. Not exactly sure. We're going to hide it again. Okay. We are going to squeeze the juice of one lime. We're looking for about 1 ounce. If you can't get a full ounce out of here, which you might not be able to, it is fine. If you are using lime from a bottle, go ahead and do the entire full ounce. But with just the lime from a lime, just find one of the larger limes you can get. Try and squeeze a full ounce out of that. Toss this off to the side. Now, I cannot see what is happening over on Instagram, so if you are chatting over on Instagram, please direct your stuff right towards my good friend Kyle, who was not there to protect me from the Malibu Street Youths. Kind of a bummer. Do direct your comments towards Kyle, and he will definitely send his comments into me, your comments into me, and we will go from there. A lime, 2 different types of rum. We need just a touch of pineapple juice. When I say touch, I mean a full ounce. I have found these guys, again, nice and easy to keep around the house. So 1 ounce of pineapple juice. Make sure you shake it beforehand, otherwise you get super watery pineapple juice. No bueno. No es bueno. No good. We have that. We do need a little bit of simple syrup, equal parts sugar to water. By volume, if you can. Or sorry, by weight, if you can. Volume also works. We're looking for under 3/4 of an ounce. So right over 1/2 of an ounce of that stuff right there. I think this drink is plenty sweet, but that sweetness does sort of come through, does sort of help it on that. The next thing we want to put in, the last little step, the step that is often forgotten in a cocktail like this, is going to be the Apricot Liqueur. This Apricot Liqueur, this is an eau de vie. Very nice. It might even work a little better if you buy some of that schnapps instead. But 3/4 of an ounce of something that is apricot-y, and go from there. This is it. This is a cocktail. We have it ready. We're going to shake this guy. Of course, we're going to shake this one because there is a lot of juice in there. The rums in there are different viscosities than the rest of the liquids in there. So we definitely need to get this all mixed up, all ready to go. So let's get that here with the ice. Big ol' shake is what we're looking for. we are going to use the ice from this shake in our cocktail. So do make sure you are putting extra ice in here. We do want as much ice as we can get in there. We are going to be filling up a fairly large cup with this. So more ice, more cold, less water. Doesn't make a lot of sense, I know, but that is the case. When we shake, we want to put the shaker above our shoulder. We want to go back and forth, up and down, and in a circle is what we're looking for, so we're not crushing ice unnecessarily. We want to keep that ice all fresh, all ready to go. So here we go. On the count of 3, guys, back and forth, up and down for about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We got this ready. Now, I was able to secure when one of my favorite bars closed down. Yes, eau de vie is, Keith asks, eau de vie is more like brandy, right? Rather different than liqueur. That is true, Keith. Either one will work. You will get a different cocktail depending on which one you put in there. The brandy, the eau de vie is going to be made like brandy. It's going to be just taking the sugars and fermenting the sugars from that fruit, as opposed to the liqueur, which is going to usually be a neutral grain spirit that has flavors added into it. So the eau de vie is going to be more alcohol-y. It's going to taste a little bit more distilled than the liqueur. The liqueur is going to taste more like apricot. Both will work, but either way. Yes, great question, though. I got this. Everybody say hello to my father, who definitely had shoulder surgery this week. So the first time that I tell everybody, you definitely shake above your shoulder, he's letting us know he can't, although I know for a fact he is not at home making these cocktails. So unnecessary, but we do hope you're feeling better, big guy. And then Curtis, of course, shake behind the knees. Why not, Curtis? Okay, we're going to take this guy right here. We're going to go ahead and pour this into our mug. All the way in there, and we have a cocktail. This is, oh, sorry, I'm in the middle of telling you where I got this mug. When one of my favorite bars of all time called the Good Luck Bar closed down, they were selling a bunch of their mugs. I was able to secure one. This is a Karate Punch mug. Love it very much, and I used to order this cocktail in it all the time. Now, I don't exactly know what to do for the garnish on this cocktail. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna... I got one. I caught it. But we'll just use this. Oh, Kyle! We have Kyle's cocktail. It is garnished with 1 fly caught in between 2 chopsticks. That is the, of course, the thing that you're going for. Kyle going to sneak in here. I'm going to taste it. Oh, yeah, Kyle, with his big masculine hands that cannot handle. Well, that's not going to work. There you go, buddy. Kyle walking out of here laughing like a girl. All right, let's see what you guys are asking over on the Instagram. Is there a decent sub for apricot liqueur? Yeah, Apostle, any kind of liqueur will work in this cocktail. Changes the flavor, obviously, but find a liqueur that you like. If you find a raspberry liqueur, find something that you like, though. Even a banana liqueur would go really well in this. Any kind of liqueur that is very fruit-based is what we are looking for. Betty Berry Wester says hi. Oh my gosh, that is Cassie's mom. Hello, Betty Berry Wester. It is so good to see you. Welcome to Cush's Tiki Bar. This is what I do now. So, oh, hi, Sykes. Sykes is my grandfather. Sykes, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. We love you. We miss you. He lives up in Vernonia, Oregon. Have you ever hit yourself in the face when shaking? That is a great question, Disney Drinking Society. I have. This is not where I got the black eye. The black eye came from, of course, makeup today. Glenn, I just do want to show you guys this real quick. There is a question about Zacapa. And it did come from my dad. Yes, I have hit myself in the face. I have hit myself in the tooth one time doing the double shake, doing a little flare. And then I never said this out loud, but Curtis, when Curtis and I were competing in a bartending competition, Curtis had to have his arms behind me. Curtis has hit me in the face while we were shaking. I didn't say anything because we did really well. Did very well, and I was also pretty drunk, so I don't remember it all that much. But that is that. Great questions, guys. Thank you so much for all of those questions. Do let me know if anybody was able to put the proper garnish in here, which of course is one fly caught between two chopsticks. Paul over here saying quite tasty, loving it. Curtis apologizing for something he has no right to apologize for. We did win that battle. We did do very, very well in that competition. Thank you anyway, Curtis. Cool. All right. We shall move on. We have two more cocktails to get to. Let me just clean my station while I talk about this next one. What exactly was the Karate Kid? For those of you joining now, just know that the Karate Kid is the theme tonight. I'll be doing cocktails from the movie Karate Kid. So if you have never seen that movie, pause this. Definitely go watch the Karate Kid. Also, if you are trying to help out the channel, you want to help keep this channel going, you guys can always help me out over here on Venmo, right up here. I just put it up there. Saw that I was had the wrong thing up there. Had my corporate classes thing up there. You can always help that way. Otherwise, a couple other ways you can help. You can pop on over to my channel. Either watch these things again. Go watch some of my older videos. That would be super helpful. Again, I am trying to get new videos up. It's going slow. It's just going slow. But most importantly, what you guys can do is chat in the comments. That always, always, always makes this a lot easier, either over on Instagram or on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch.tv. That is that. This next cocktail is not, of course, from the movie, but it is a bastardization of Japanese culture. So it's on theme. Pretty great. Oh, that's probably not a good thing to say. Anyway, one of my favorite things to do is to go places and have sake bombs. That is the drink, a long drink. I'm calling that the DAD, the dad. If you are drinking with us but not making the cocktails, get yourself a sake bomb ready to go. But this one is going to be an improved sake bomb. We are going to take sake bombs. We are going to level them up in this next cocktail, so let's do that. I figured if Hollywood can take an ancient thing like karate and make it into a whole situation, then I can make a sake bomb into a whole situation. That's really the whole feeling behind that. To wear a t-shirt, if you're actually wearing the t-shirt, advertises Glenn making fun of my fashion. If he could, real quick, just turn that camera back on him and let me know what he is wearing. Would love to hear that. So, I'm going to take a guess and say it's a Tommy Bahama shirt. We are going to start this cocktail off the way that I like to start off most bombs, and that is by taking half a lime. I have one pre-cut. I'm getting super pro over here. We're going to cut this into 3 equal pieces. Do make sure that it is equal pieces. Do take a little time with this. We want them to be as equal as we can, just so we can crush them into an early oblivion. Take that there. We are then going to take some sake. Now, I was able to secure some of this sake. Find the open one. I did buy 2 of them, because I wanted to test this cocktail out. I had a few of them, ran into a doorknob. I got this one right here. This is a Niguri. It is a cloudy one. You do not need a cloudy sake for this thing. Unnecessary. If you do have one, great. Any kind of sake, though, should do for this. We're going to be putting in 1.5 ounces of sake. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Put that off to the side, and now we want to mash all of that lime into the sake. So we have the lime, we have the sake. Let's go ahead and grab our masher over here. What we're doing here is we are getting all of that lime juice out. We are also taking some of those oils from the outside of the lime, and we are infusing that into the sake as well. All very important things. Apparently I have new messages. Oh, there we go. Yeah, where are John and Rick? We have questions about John and Rick. We don't know where they are tonight. They're probably somewhere. John, usually here drinking with us, but not tonight. We have an ounce and a half of sake. We have 1/2 of a lime that has been muddled. Oh, John's here. John is here. Great. Next thing we have to add is going to be some of this stuff right here. This is called gin. Gin. Japanese are imperialist. The English were imperialists. It just makes sense. It just made sense. I don't know. Why gin? Not a clue. We're putting in a full ounce of gin, something nice and dry. If you have a sweet sake, something a little sweeter. If you do have a dry sake, try and balance that out. I have a sweet sake, so I'm using a dry gin. Just like a mix and match situation, I think. There we go. John is in the house, says Kyle Tender. Kyle Tender letting us all know John is in the house because John is, as John says, here. Great. We are going to shake this guy up. Get a big old shake going. Big, fat shake. There we go. You don't need a ton of ice on this one. Worst gin ever, says my dad. That's really not exactly correct, but it is not a great gin, no. No, Beefeater, not a wonderful gin, but a nice and cheap gin. And that was what I was going for this. That is what I was going for this. I just needed a nice cheap gin. I did not want to make everybody feel like they had to go out and buy Empress. I didn't want them to make them feel like they had to go out and buy Martin Miller's. It's not trying to gin shame anybody. This is something that you can get really well. How to know? To know how sweet, how sake is sweet or dry. Does it say on the label? Yeah, Keith, it normally does. That is a good question. Let me find my sake. It'll normally say it. A lot of the Japanese get very good at this kind of stuff. You can see right here, there is a sweetness meter. Everybody see that? Oh, I guess I got to move this one. Right there. Sweetness meter. Mine is sweet and full-bodied. Usually it'll say it right somewhere on there. But a great question. If it doesn't, just assume that most sakes are going to be a touch sweet. Now that might not be completely correct, but most sakes that we would buy, most sakes that are... Did I shake this one? I forgot if I shook it. Let's shake it. Usually cheaper sakes are a little drier. Usually more expensive sakes. Sorry, cheaper sakes are a little sweeter. More expensive sakes are drier. But we're going to go ahead and put this into a shot glass. So do strain that out into a shot glass right here. This is what my little shot glasses look like. They are adorable. They do, of course, have feet on them. It does make the sake bomb just a touch harder than normal. I guess I'll make one for Kyle, too, because we're definitely going to be bombing this one. I'll make Kyle a smaller one. Well, I'll make Kyle the exact same size one. What am I going to do? And we have this. Now, we, of course, want to spice this up just a touch. Great spice that works well in sake bombs is ginger. So go ahead and get your ginger beer ready to go. We're going to be adding that to our regular beer. We have these two little glasses right here. We're going to add a ginger beer. I'm going to crack open a new one. We're going to be putting in about 4 ounces of ginger beer. I'm going to take a guess and say that's about 4 ounces right there. We're looking for something right in here. Yes, yes. And about 6 ounces of a Japanese-style beer, a Japanese-style lager, Sapporo being one of my favorites. Also love Asahi. Not Japanese, but I also like a tiger beer. Another Japanese, or another lager style, another Asian style lager that we have right here. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get Kyle to come in here and take this shot because Kyle is terribly afraid of being on screen. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to take those 2 chopsticks that we earlier caught our fly with. We're going to try our very best to balance these little sake bombs on top of our beer right there. Oh, here comes Kyle. Kyle wants his shot. Oh, Lord, Kyle has come in hard. And we are going to go ahead and give these a little bitty pound. And we have it. That is a sake bomb. Kyle sitting right there. Kyle, why don't you take that shot with me, buddy? All the way up. Yeah, all the way up and all the way down. You ready? That was the strangest thing that has ever happened in this room. Kyle came in. Oh, I'm going to take a picture of that later. I know nothing of sake and usually don't like it. Suggestions on one that tastes good. Sam O. Punk, that is a great question. No, I do not have any suggestions on one that tastes good. I am also not a person that knows much about sake. I just am not a person that knows a lot about sake. I do know that it is incredibly difficult to make. Very, very difficult to make. It is very, very difficult, more difficult than, say, beer or whiskey or anything. It is making stuff out of rice. But I wish I could help you, Samo Punk. I just don't have any clue how to make it. If anybody does have any suggestions in chat, would love to hear any of that stuff. That would be great. If anybody does have a suggestion on a great sake for my very good friend Sam O. Punk to get that going, I would love to hear that. Nobody yet, Samo, but if they are talking about it over here on YouTube, over on Facebook, oh, I can't see the Facebook chats. I will one day get Facebook chat in here. You can watch this on Facebook. You just can't chat yet. Or on Twitch, I will let you know. Sorry about that, Samuel. People seem to be yes, very difficult to milk those little pieces of rice. Yes, very, very difficult to milk those little pieces of rice. Yes, thank you. Singha, good. Mick Jabanangle says it looks like Seaman. I don't know who Seaman is, but apparently maybe I look like Seaman. I do have a pirate thing going on. Is that like Aquaman? But I don't know. Why did I just shoot that whole thing? Asks Paul. Well, Paul, you are easily corrupted by Cushtender. That is the reason that a lot of wives and girlfriends do not let their husbands and boyfriends hang out with me anymore. I am, as they say, a bad influence. That's how that works. Just what you get. Aquaman's cousin, Curtis says. Aquaman's cousin is Seaman, which apparently I look like. I don't know. Okay. Let's get on with it. I didn't. Are Kyle's gloves? Yes. Quick question for Kyle. Are Kyle's gloves Gucci or Michael Kors? We do clearly have a fashionista in the audience. You can tell that those gloves were something special. Definitely not the thickest, fattest gardening gloves that Kyle could quickly scrounge around the house to find. Definitely not that. It wasn't that. It was something else. Probably Kors, Michael Kors or Gucci. Cobra Kai's Fang next, please. That's a great. That is a great suggestion. But no, Reed, I will not be doing the Cobra Kai Fang. He is doing a play on the Cobra Fang, a very, very wonderful cocktail Wonderful tiki cocktail. No, I wanted to deal with something that I did not understand in the movie the first time I saw it. I was a young man, and I did not understand why Mr. Miyagi was crying. I did not get it. What is he doing? Why is Mr. Miyagi in such trouble? What is happening? Came to later find out. Usually I was just watching it for the karate parts. I just wanted to see karate. I did not need to see a Mr. Miyagi who was clearly a different person singing in a weird language in a very raspy voice. I didn't get it. I found out later that his wife and child were killed in an internment camp. Ooh. One of the worst things the United States has ever done. One of them. Not a great thing, that internment camp. It was a bad choice, I would say, if I can put it lightly. Anyway, we're going to keep going on with this. I did want to bring something fun, something light and airy, the movie Karate Kid, and make it into something a little bitter, the Tears of Miyagi. No, this is called very good. Curtis got very close. This next drink is not called the Tears of Miyagi. It is called Miyagi and His Troubles, the saddest scene in the movie by far, in all the movies. Maybe just in movies is what you were saying. Very, very sad. I wanted to create a cocktail that used that sort of reminded me of that scene. So this is called Miyagi and His Troubles. We're going to start off. I do believe, after watching that many, many times, that he was not drinking this exact whiskey, but I do believe he was drinking whiskey. I do not believe he was drinking sake. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, even for a little bit. I don't believe it. So we're going to be doing some whiskey in this cocktail, some Scotch-style whiskey or Japanese whiskey. The reason that the Japanese whiskey and the Scotch whiskey taste so similar is because those Japanese were trying to emulate the Scotch, and they got really gosh darn close. Now, of course, some Scotches taste very different than Japanese. Some Japanese taste very different than Scotches, but as a category, you can definitely find that they are similar. I don't know if this is going to show up. Yeah, cool cat, cool cat, cool cat. I just wanted to put that in. Kush Nation threw that in. That is my brother. And apparently he knows how to use Twitch, and I love it. And he just wrote Cool Cat a lot of times. Thank you, Alex. Let's begin to build this cocktail. This cocktail is called Miyagi and His Troubles. We will be using an ingredient that we made last week. I do feel like sometimes I leave you guys hanging. I have you make a bunch of an ingredient, and then we don't use it again. So if you did make the shrub last week, we are going to be using that shrub one more time. If you don't, you did not make it, then I will tell you how to make that shrub very quickly. I think it's better with the shrub, so do follow along. But if not, worry not. You will be fine. Let's start off with our whiskey. Now, this is the most expensive ingredient that we have in here, so we usually put this in last, but Miyagi does stuff a little bit differently. He would never tell Daniel's son why he was waxing his car until the very end. You start with what you want from them, and then you tell them how to get it. And that's how this is going. So put in 2 full ounces of that. If you did make the shrub last week, hopefully it is a little less cloudy than mine. I have not sent mine through a secondary filtration, through a coffee filter. But if it does look like that, also fine. We're putting in 1.25 ounces of this shrub right there. 1.25 ounces of that. Now, what this is doing, really, it's a very sweet moment that Daniel's son comes up, finds Mr. Miyagi. He finally sees the sadness of this man who seems so put together. So the raspberry, really sweet. The sugar in there, really sweet. But man, is that a bitter scene, the vinegar. Is that what I was thinking? That is actually what I was thinking. I'm going to say that again. I'm just going to show this one more time. It does say cool cat, cool cat, cool cat, cool cat, cool cat, cool cat. Oh, it's just staring me in the face, and I wanted to show people that again. Next thing that we have to add into this is going. If you are not, if you did not keep your shrub from last week, we are looking to put maybe 5 raspberries, maybe 3 strawberries in here, maybe 2 strawberries. Muddle it up. Put in 1 ounce of simple syrup. and put in a half of an ounce of some sort of vinegar. Like a white wine vinegar would be really well. Would do really well. A rice wine vinegar would do excellent in this. Yes, Alex is typing emojis and it's showing up as text. I knew that. I knew what was going on. Next thing, I want to give a little hope to a brighter future with this, because Miagi does eventually do very well. Miagi is a good man. He really is a good man. So I wanted to grab something that is nice and bright, but also strong, just like Miagi, and that is going to be chartreuse. If you do not have chartreuse, Strega works very well in this. If you don't have... people are dropping off. Is there a chance that I just got this screen frozen? Arg, is that my screen is frozen? I don't know. Maybe people just don't like my Miagi references. We're going to be putting in 1/4 of an ounce of a nice herbal liqueur. This goes really well. The chartreuse, some Strega, something nice, something interesting, thick and strong, like Miagi himself. And last but not least, a bitters that you like. I love cherry bitters, so I'll be putting in cherry bitters. Rhubarb bitters works really well right here. You can, of course, always use all good over here. Great. Rhubarb bitters works really well. You can even go crazy and put in some black walnut bitters, some chocolate bitters. That was yellow chartreuse, Keith. Yes, I ran out of green chartreuse. I would have used green chartreuse, but I instead used yellow. Either way, both of them will work. But this is the way I did it. So most of this should be fairly uniform. So we can stir this cocktail. So we will stir this cocktail. I'm going to stir this cocktail with just one large piece of ice. There was the reason we're stirring this more than anything is because there was a video game for the Karate Kid. And in it, at one point, it was on the NES. In it, at one point, you had to break pieces of ice. If you ever wonder why, how cocktail people come up with cocktails, literally, that was it. I wanted to stir it. I wanted to find a stud. The reason there's no lime in here, because I wanted to stir it. So go ahead and give this a big ol' stir right in here. You do not want to break that ice. Just make sure that it is stirred and easy going. I do want to put this up in a Marie Antoinette. In a Nick and Nora. So find your Nick and Nora of choice or your coupe of choice. I'll throw that up here and pour it in. There we have it. This is going to be a wonderful sipping cocktail. Stir on, stir off. How the hell did I not make that joke? Curtis did, of course, make that joke. Really funny, Curtis. I don't know how I didn't do that. Okay, so I guess if we would do that, we would stir. It would just be stir one way, and then stir the other. Oh, yes, stir the other way. Very difficult. My little fingers do not work like that. Stir on, stir off. Next time. In 2 years, when I do a Karate Kid class again, I will remember stir on, stir off, and we will go from there. I do not think that this needs a garnish if you don't have one, but I am going to garnish this with 2 raspberries floating on top, one for Miagi, one for Daniel's son, as they sit and watch each other grow and learn, and that is Miagi and his troubles. Let's go ahead and take a little sip of this guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is nice. Now, a little fact about Kyle and about Jen. Both of them cannot have Scotch whiskey. Not that they can't drink it, not that they don't come out in hives, but they do get angry on it. A lot of people get angry when it comes to tequila, but Kyle specifically, one sip of that Scotch whiskey, and he is done. It's fight time, and I don't want to turn this black eye into a black eye for real over here. I got a well done, Scotty-san over here. Thank you very much. Claps over here from Kyle. If you guys have any more questions over on Instagram, would love to hear the questions. Please direct them right to Kyle. Kyle will bring them in here in just a second. He will not be coming in and taking this cocktail because I do not want to fight Kyle tonight. Yes, Kyle giving me the truth fist. One of the best fists you can get. Cool. One more time, guys, if you can. These classes will always remain free. I will continue to do them. I love doing them. They are my favorite thing to do in the entire world. I love it more than anything. If you can support the channel over here, Venmo at Cushtender is a great way to do it. PayPal.com, PayPal.me/Cushtender. If you buy me a shot on PayPal, I will take that with you. I will write you. I will send you a video of me taking shots, or if you want to call, we can have a call. I'm not doing anything for the rest of the night. Both really good ways to help. If you cannot, I understand that these are weird times. You can always either watch my videos, like my videos, or share my videos. I've had a lot of people write me recently saying, hey, so-and-so told me about your videos, and I love it. Would you do a class, or would you, help out? Always helpful that way. Otherwise, the best way to help me is to come to class every week and write and comment like Paul over here does, who says the shrub blends very nicely into that cocktail. I agree there, Paul. I definitely agree. Paul also watches my class on Fridays. Paul actually won, I don't have them in here, Paul won some coasters last week from knowing information from this class that he was able to spit out in the other class. Fridays, 5 o'clock, mix cocktail hour. I do that one with a co-host named Tammy. Tamee. Apostle. She got way too mad at you for that the other day. Kyle, do I have any more questions before I go? I, again, cannot see my Instagram from here. So if I have any more questions, I'm going to give Kyle a couple seconds. In the meanwhile, if you guys have any suggestions for classes that you do want to see coming up, otherwise, I will continue to sort of go off the rails. I will continue to do things like the Karate Kid class, which was done today. Or, people are watching both streams of YouTube. That is hilarious. That is great. If you guys have anything that you would like to see, you can get a hold of me through my Instagram, through my YouTube, or however you want to. Copacella 2016, says Curtis. Copacella was during Coachella every year. During Coachella every year, the bar that Curtis and I worked at was called Bar Copa, and nobody would come in because everybody was at Coachella. So the four of us, me, Dee, Naked, and Curtis, would have Copacella, and it was basically just us hanging out and playing loud music, too loud. Cool. All right, guys. If nothing else, I do want to say thank you so much for coming each week. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, all of you on Instagram last week who definitely texted me in a panic saying, Kush, your camera is definitely still on, and we hear you and Kyle and Jen talking. I do appreciate all of your panic. That was not meant. We did not mean to do that. But I do appreciate you guys looking out for us. I'm glad that you guys, it wasn't a concerted effort to sit around and listen to us. Hilarious. All right, guys. Much love. Cheers to everybody. And I'll see you guys around next week. I do see Keith said Italian themed cocktails. That is a pretty good thing. Paul loves those aromatics. Kind of a big topic. I might try and split aromatics into something a little different, maybe something a little smaller. All right, guys. Much love. Cheers to all of you, and I will see you next week over at Kush's Tiki Bar. Bye, guys.